What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello? Hello? Is it working? Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? My PNG tuber isn't working, but I don't care. Can y'all hear me? Oh my god, please tell me it works. Yes! Okay, I'm sorry. That was probably so loud. I'm sorry. Hi. Hi, everybody. Oh my god, it's been a minute. I'm so sorry. My stuff wasn't working. I am so... Oh, there it goes. Yes! Do you guys like my PNG? Hi, Joe, Cruz, Dieters, Kayla, Ghost, Layla, Brings. Hi, Katie, hello. Oh my god, it's been so long, you guys. I'm so sorry. I miss this so much. My computer was a mess. My mouse is a mess. I don't know if y'all could hear, but my throat is acting stupid. It is Totoro. Do you like it? Also, Cruz, do you recognize what song this is? Who this is by? Your favorite? Demon Gummies came out with Lo-Fi for Olivia Rodrigo, so that's what I'm playing. And it's copyright free, which is slay. So I'm very happy. Lauren, hi. Your life is in retrograde. It is, and we're gonna talk about that. Let me up the volume a little bit because I want y'all to be able to hear it. And then let me know if that's too loud or if that's good enough. But I'm so glad you're all here. I pray everything works, that the Wi-Fi, you can barely hear it. Okay, hold on. Is that better? You'll BRB, no worries. Kayla, hello. Green Bean, hi. Everybody who's here, hello. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a hot minute and I apologize. Let me know if the music is better. More? Okay. Hold on. Blast Olivia? Stop. Is that better? Is that too loud now? Let me know if this is better. But thank you guys for being so patient. For everyone that's waited on me, I am so sorry. There's so much to talk about. There's so much that I've been missing. I'll be back in a bit. No worries. Can barely hear it. What the freak? Let me up it a little bit. Hold on. Why can't you guys hear it? What the hell? Okay, let me know if that's better. I don't want to blast your ears, so I'm trying to keep it at a good spot. It's also a little bit quieter. I can now? Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Now it's Gucci. How's everyone doing? Let me know how you guys are. It has been 2 weeks because I've been having just an array of issues. Deafen me? Stop. But I want to really quick kind of talk about why I've been gone other than the technical issues. First of all, I did restart my island for those of you who are not aware. But, ooh, do we have someone who's wanting to leave, you guys? Perfect timing. Yes, get out of here. She auto-filled my island, so I'm not too upset about having to get rid of her. But yeah, so I know, good. I've been grinding out Fortnite. Good for you. What was the issue? Okay, so my computer friend, funny story. So basically, I have a computer friend in Oregon, right? He's my sister's like best friend. And he moved out there like 4 years ago, but we keep in touch, and I messaged him and said, you know, I don't know if you can remote in to try to help me figure it out, but I don't know if I could even remote you in because my mouse was just continuously going up, not necessarily scrolling, but the cruiser just kept going up, or the cruiser, am I okay? The cursor. And so I was like, you know, I don't know if you can remote in. And I thought he was kidding, but he messaged back and said, I'll be there Friday morning. And I thought he was kidding. Stop it, Joe. And so I was like, oh, okay, LOL, you're funny. Well, I can do this at 10:30 if that works for you. And he said it would. And then Thursday evening, he messages me and he's like, okay, so what's your home address again? Because I haven't been there in a while and I forgot. And I'm like, wait, what? And so I tell him, wait, I thought you were kidding. And he's like, no, I'm here in whatever county. And so he came over yesterday. And of course, the day that he comes over, what a friend. I know, Neaters. He's so sweet. And mind you, he was here for a baby shower for his wife. So he took time away from that to come help me. And he came and unplugged USBs and unplugged my controller, which, mind you, I had a Switch controller plugged into my PC for the last time I was playing Resident Evil, because that was my last stream. It turns out, and I'm such a nitwit, and unless this problem comes up again, which I don't think it will, my Switch controller, because I had wrapped it up like in a ball. Ooh, we have a campsite visitor also, period. Because it was wrapped up in a ball and the cord was wrapped around it, one of the toggles, Joe, listen to me. I didn't know a controller could serve as a mouse. My brain fell out my ass, okay? I don't have one. I didn't know. I tell you guys all the time, I know you don't believe me, but it is a miracle that I built my PC. It is a miracle. I had no idea. BFFR, stop. Oh, hand-free. Ugh. I'm sorry. I don't like her. I'm sorry. She looks like roasted chicken. Okay. And so I didn't know that. And as soon as he took out all the USBs, because I had like 3 USBs in there, and he took out the Switch controller, it stopped. And mind you, you guys, I'm such a nitwit. I bought 4 different mice, which I was only able to return 3 out of the 4. And then I bought the same one as the one I had before because I took it apart. Also, thank you for the like command, Katie. I appreciate you. I hope Penny's okay and good and everyone's good. Stop, Joe. It kept happening, but it was when I had my controller plugged into my motherboard. And so I took apart my old mouse thinking that it was the mouse, and then I couldn't put it back together. my god. I don't even know how I come on here and live stream, you guys. I'm such a mess. I'm such a nincompoop. And because I thought it was my mouse that was the problem. Lord, please. I know, the poor mice, and it was the controller the whole time. And so everything's working now. Neurotic self, please. I'm glad she's good though. I hope everyone's fur babies are okay. So that was one thing occupying my time, was trying to figure out why my mouse was acting stupid. Handheld, I'm sorry. And so that was one thing. And then the other thing was, it was obviously the weekend of Harley's watching with me. Thank you. Hi, Harley, baby. Hello. The beautiful baby. Everything is working because nothing was broken in the first place. Literally, I'm such a nitwit. And then, obviously, the Dia de los Muertos just passed, which I sent y'all. I shared photos of my ofrenda with y'all on the Discord and on YouTube. I shed a tear over the controller. Sorry. And so we were busy like setting up our ofrenda, and then my grandma was setting up hers at her house. And this is the first ofrenda we ever set up, so it wasn't perfect by all means, and we intend to make it better next time. But we were busy like making things for that and setting that up and doing all the traditions that come along with that, like, you know, lighting the candles and staying up and waiting till past midnight to turn them off and all these things. I will say, kind of ghost story, before I get to the health part of why I was missing. I'm not taking a ladder because I'm not about to climb. Totoro's moving crazy. I thought it was lovely. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was our first year putting it up because we did have a lot of family on both sides passed. The only two on there that weren't recent passings were our old lady neighbor with their husband, this couple named Kay and Gail, and then our dog Buddy. He actually passed away like 5 years ago, but with our grandpa and, well, my grandpa, our great aunt, and a few others passing, we decided to put up the ofrenda. And we actually had an open beer there for my grandpa. We put a guitar and like a Budweiser, because that was his favorite beer. And we had it open on the ofrenda, and my mom had to take a drink of it the day after, and she hates beer, but you know, it's what you do. Someone said Happy Dia de los Muertos to me the day after. I'm not even Mexican, please. So they're just assuming that you're Mexican. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. It is Teenage Dream, in fact, Cruz. But, so that happened. And then, also, I wish I had a beer, please. Work has been getting very busy, but like I mentioned to you guys, now that things work, I'm actually going to be doing some middle of the week streams, especially next week. I get off Tuesday at 3 p.m. So if I'm feeling like it, maybe an afternoon stream. And then Wednesday I'm off, so I'll probably stream on Wednesday. Thursday is my dad's birthday, so probably not that day. But there will be middle of the week streams. And then I will be streaming again during the week of Thanksgiving, because I'm actually taking 3 days off that week. Reason being because at my job, our busy season is like December to February, and it's company policy that you can't take vacation. Like, you can only take time off for things that absolutely cannot be changed. So like my brother, which by the way, y'all, another big thing in my life, W streams, please. Oh yeah, Kayla, I hope your trip went well. I hope you enjoyed your time. But my brother, he's 22. He sometimes comes in here. His name is Adam Toucher. That's not his actual name, by the way. That's just, our family accidentally called him that once, and that's what he goes by. But he's graduating from college, which is crazy to think. But he's graduating December 18th. And from a UC college, mind you, my boy's smart in political science, so government boy. and going to use my headphones. BRB, need to listen to you. It's okay. But W. Adam, thank you. And so he's graduating. Thank you guys. He's graduating next month, which is crazy because I still remember the first days that he started college and like the first days that he started driving, and now he's graduating. And I'm like, I'm getting so old. My little brother is graduating college. And so that's happening, and we're gonna have a lot of family come down to like celebrate that with us, because our family, out of all of the family on both sides, our family is the first family that had the fortune of being able to send all three or all of their kids to college. And so all of us are going to be university graduates, which is the first time that it's happened in our family lineage on either side. So it's an honor and it's a blessing, and we want to celebrate that. Back with headphones. Hi, Briggs. So yeah, it's very exciting and it's awesome. Thank you. I know Adam's a good little brother. He's a good kid. V is a mom of 1.5, literally. Aussie and toast. That's such a slay. Thank you. And so that's happening. Y'all ate that up. Congrats. Thank you. And so we are, preparing for that. On another note, the health things, it's nothing overtly concerning, I hope. I'm going around and I'm seeing specialists and I'm seeing doctors and like trying to figure out what it is. I am gonna, ew! Sorry, I just saw something horrendous. I am gonna get a bit TMI here, only a little bit, because I wanna express the full importance of not just me taking care of my own health, but people doing the same, because it's important. One thing, first of all, as women, or even men with long hair or people with long hair, whatever it is you go by, in October through like early February is what is called shedding season. So during the winter especially, people with long hair lose a lot of hair. We shed, which is very crazy to think, but it's a thing that I just recently learned about. And so that's normal. However, I've been dealing with, and again, I'm gonna get a bit TMI, but I don't care. It's making the bed, please. Yes, it is. But we're redoing ourselves. Yes, we are. But I've been dealing with very, very horrible girly pop, I'm just gonna say it, menstrual issues since I was kind of in high school, but it really got bad when I was in college. Wavy curly hair, yes, I could feel you there. I am back. Hi, Bailey. But I've been dealing with it since I was in college. Like, mind you, it got so bad at one point that I had to miss an entire final and fail a class because I just couldn't get up to go take the test because I was in that much pain. And so I've been taking birth control as a means to control that for, I was, oh my God, sophomore in college. I was 19. I'm 25 now. I've been doing it for 6 years. Oh my God. I've been doing this for 6 years. And so, yeah, it sucks, Joe. But, it is what it is. And the pills have helped. Some haven't. Some have. Since I was 16. Jeez. Yeah, see? And mind you, it's worse because I actually got my first one when I was 9 years old. I was very young. And since the beginning, I relate to you. I know you do. And so from the beginning, it was always very irregular and weird and not normal. But because I'm both a woman and I am young, I have been told consistently that there is no procedure that can be done unless there is something that is like life-threatening or terrible showing, because I'm fertile and I carry eggs. Essentially, like, you can have a baby, so we're not going to do anything because you might change your mind, even though I'm pretty adamant about the fact it's not necessarily that I don't want children. It's more like I don't want to go through childbirth. Childbirth terrifies me. I would prefer to marry a rich man and get a surrogate and pass it off to a woman who is comfortable giving birth versus myself, where I feel like I would not make it through childbirth. 4 equals college degree. Oh, was I wrong? Mathematics was not my specialty. I got my first on a camping trip. No. Oh my God, look, it's me. Oh my God. I've never seen him in the wild. That's so cute. Birth sounds terrifying. Exactly. Exactly, Lauren. It drives me crazy. And so that's the tea on that. And so I've been bouncing from pill to pill, but mind you, that has bad repercussions, which is why once the busy season at my job wraps up, I'm hoping to be able to work where my sister works. I love that because she works remote. That way I can come off medication for a while and let my body just do its thing. And this most recent pill I was on, it is called loloestrin, and mind you, I loved this pill because it doesn't make me put on a lot of water weight, because I took one in college, y'all, that I bounced from 125 pounds to 175. I gained so much weight, and now I'm in the middle, like I can't even go back because of this. OMG twins, stop. Just throw freedom of choice right out the window. Thank you. That wants you to have babies, therefore, exactly. Thank you. My God. You get it. You guys get it. And so, basically, I've been doing that for 6 years. And I was on one in college that stopped working after about 2 years because I'd been taking it too long. But I thought I'd try it again because it worked for me. I didn't gain weight. I didn't lose hair. I didn't break out. And it did a great job. And now I'm taking them to a point where I don't take the placebo week. So I'm just doing it continuously. This last pill, and again, I know it's shedding season, but I don't know. And mind you, I'm hoping it's the pill. I am going to get lab work done soon to check my vitamin levels and my estrogen and other things of similar nature to make sure that everything is okay health-wise, because mind you, I have had in the past issues with very bad iron deficiency, and vitamin C levels were bad, and estrogen, because my health, I'm such an unhealthy person, y'all. I tell my mom all the time, yes, I'm checking my thyroid as well. Yes, because thyroid does run in my family. But I don't know how I'm alive. I tell my mom sometimes, that's not to be morbid or anything, okay? It's just like, how am I walking around? Like, I am a walking miracle. The amount of things that happen to me, like the other day, a bit of sidetrack, but the other day, 𝐬𝐬𝐬 was playing with a long rope toy, and he was swinging it around, and somehow it misses my good knee, and it hit my bad one, like right on the area where my bone broke. And so I have a giant bruise on my knee, and he was so close to hitting my good one, but by some chance, this miracle that I have, this luck that I have, it hit my bad one. And it really hurt. I remember when he hit it, I held my knee and I looked at him and I was so angry, but at the same time, I was like, this isn't even your fault. Why was I standing here? Like it was my bad. He wanted to finish the previous job. Stop. He does love this knee. The placebo week is just made to sell. Yup. Checking your thigh. Yes, I am. Any of us are alive, literally. 𝐬𝐬𝐬 has so many pets. Jesus Christ. 𝐬𝐬𝐬's being a bad son. He is. He's a very bad boy. Just kidding. He's a good boy. Oh, I love her. She's so cute. But you're not puppy. So I don't want you. The rope toys are a murder weapon. They are. But so he hit me on the knee. And then, but back on the topic. So I've been, unfortunately, it's not embarrassing to talk about. I'm just going to talk about it because I do still have a decent amount of hair. But I've been losing a lot more hair than normal. And then I did research into my pill, which is why whenever y'all take medication, y'all, always ask questions. I don't care if the doctor gets pissed. Make them sit there. Ask them questions. I looked into, that's not what I want to do. I looked into it. Who are you looking for? Right now, it's going to be hard. But Goldie, Marshall, Poppy, and Raymond. Those are like the 4. And they're all very hard to find, but you know, we're gonna push through. We're gonna triumph, and we're gonna make it through it. Because I don't have a choice. You know what I also was considering, y'all, though? I'm all over the place, but you guys know how I am. The other day, I saw Nora making a farm island, and I low-key want to make, like, a farm or fall island, but I also had Audie autofill the other day, and I felt like that was fate, because she autofilled on the day of Dia de los Muertos, and her birthday is the same birthday as my golden retriever that I had. And so a part of me is like, should I make a coastal island, or like, what's that place in Europe where everything is blue and pink and white? Santorini? Like a Santorini type island? You know, like challenge myself, because I've never done that before. But I know it'd be hard because I'm not very good at like city builds. A Greek island. Yes. I told you I'd come back. Hi, Lauren. Hi, other Lauren. My paranoid self asks every question. Yes, and it's better that way. Took longer than I thought. That's okay. Don't worry. I'm still here. But I've been thinking about that. So that'll determine who we look for, I guess. But right now, it's kind of, I'm also of the mindset, you know, I just kind of want to have whoever I want and then work around it. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be fun. But essentially, I've been losing, back to the health topic, I have been losing a lot more hair than normal. And it's to the point that I can put conditioner through my hair and I will pull as I'm doing that. So it's concerning. And I came off the pill, and I will say I am doing rosemary oil, and I'm taking hair gummies, and I'm taking a pill that my gyno recommended, which is Viviscal. I don't know how to say that. Viviscal, I think. And I did come off the loloestrin. I'm on this other birth control called 𝐜𝐤𝐬. I'm also taking vitamin C, and I'm taking vitamin D gummies, because that's another vitamin that if you're deficient, you can lose hair. Are you eating under calories by chance? You know, I am in a caloric deficit, so I don't know if that could be the problem. And I did bring that up to her, and she is recommending that I see a nutritionist. Oil by itself or diluted? I dilute it with, what's it called? The other oil that you put it in? I know there's a term for it. Hair is also mainly made of protein. You see, and that's the caloric deficits cause hair loss. See, I did not know that. Carry your oil, thank you. But the other thing also is I don't, and I know I don't, and I'm trying to be better. Even today when I buy myself and my brother lunch, I'm gonna buy something protein heavy. I don't eat enough protein. Can she pay for the nutritionist? Actually, you guys, this is so crazy. I've paid so many medical bills over these past 2 years, nearly, that now any visit I go to, I don't pay anything. I don't have a copay because I've spent so much money that now I go to the doctor and they're like, you have 0 copay. So right now I'm trying to cram it in. I'm like nutritionist, dermatologist for my scalp, this and that. I'm like, I'm going to see everybody because I'm like, I'm not going to go next year when I got to start paying money again. I'm going to take advantage, and I'm doing it now. People lose a lot of hair during the fall. See, that's the other thing. I know fall and winter, but as a precaution, because I did look it up, and why is this taking so long to play? Come on now. I looked it up, and my particular birth control, loloestrin, has a certain amount of androgen in it and less testosterone and estrogen, which means my hair growth slows down rapidly, or I lose a lot more hair rapidly. I've done the arrival high etiquette. We're talking about medical things, but it's important. Excuse me. And so because of that, I was losing a lot more. Oh, it's Olivia. I was losing a lot more hair. And I have noticed a less amount of hair loss now that I've come off the medication. And so I'm thinking that was the root cause. Because mind you, my gynecologist explained to me, and for any of my girly pops in here, it's important to know this because I didn't know. There's a certain amount of testosterone and estrogen in birth control. If there's a higher amount, I think, of testosterone, you lose more hair, but your mood is better. Whereas if estrogen is higher, you lose less hair, but your mood is worse, I think. And so the previous pill I was on had the higher amount that I was in a bad mood, but my skin and my hair was thriving. And then this new pill was, thank you, Briggs, I got it right, period. And then this new pill, the testosterone was lower and estrogen was very high, so I was losing a lot of hair, but my mood was good. Hi, Naru. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I appreciate it. Yes, and so, take my diploma? No, I only know this because I asked. So that's why I've been losing hair also, and so we brought me to one that's in the middle instead of one that's higher than the other, and so we're gonna see how it works, you know. Obviously, I'm still gonna lose because it is the winter and women or people with long hair are shedding their hair and their skin. Just kidding. But, you know, it is what it is. Hola, Prince. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? I'm going to talk in Spanish real quick, y'all, the captain. Pues aquí ando hablando de unas cosas que yo he estado trabajando como médico. Pero ando bien, ando mirando un montón de doctores y también especialistas. Pero aquí ando peleando, ya sabes. Si celebraste Día de los Muertos, feliz Día de los Muertos, ojalá te fue bien y ojalá te estás cuidando y estás bien, porque mucha gente ahorita se están enfermando de la gripa, pero mucho gusto verte. Perdón que no he estado aquí, es que he estado peleando con cosas médicos, pero aquí ando ya. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I have to talk to all my audience. I have to include everybody. But so that happened, and we're figuring it out, and so we're okay now, I think, hopefully. But I am going, another medical thing, actually. I'm honored to understand part of that combo. I'm glad. A bilingual queen, please. But another thing that I have, which I don't think I've told anybody, but I'm not going to shy from admitting it, because a lot of women under 30 actually have this and don't know. But I have 2 cysts in both of my, the muscles of my breasts, one in each. And so I have to go get them checked periodically. They're benign. Rig, hello, how are you? They're benign, so there's nothing bad. Don't worry, don't freak out, there's nothing bad. But I have to get them periodically checked to make sure that they shrink, because if they don't, then they gotta snip them out. So I'm telling y'all, I have a lot of things wrong with me. It's a miracle that I am up and walking. But here I am. You know, ooh, I almost dropped something. The world can't bring me down. On God. But how are y'all doing? Rig, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I know I've not been here for a while. I've been having medical and tech issues, but I'm back, I think, and we're good now. But so yeah, that's kind of been the medical side of things. That's why I've been MIA. There's kind of been a lot happening there. But we're all good now. One other thing I will say in terms of family before I get to what's on the thumbnail, which is the Chisme, which is Sniper Wolf and Jack's Films. I want to talk about this because it's dying down and I refuse to let it, because YouTube needs to get their ish together. But my dad's mom, he's in El Salvador right now, sorting out some family things. But my grandma on his side, his mom, she's getting older. I believe she's in her 80s. And so, drag her, I will. She is moving down here with my aunt, who's about 20 minutes from us, my dad's half-sister, basically full. And so we're bringing her down because she is getting older. She's having a lot more complications moving. And so I'm gonna have both my grandmas living here in the US for the first time in a very long time. So that's kind of nice. You know, when family gets older, you have to start bringing them to you because it's like you gotta watch over them. And so, oh, look, the bear named like my mom. Mama V name reveal. Paula. Or Paula, which is what she goes by because she's Latina. Paula. And my father, Benjamin. But yeah, so she's gonna be down here. Thank you for 18 likes, by the way. You guys are sweet. I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. But now that all of that is out of the way, oh, actually, before we get into the Sniper Wolf stuff, I want to ask you guys really quickly. Did you guys, if you were handing out candy on like Halloween night, did you guys get a lot of trick-or-treaters? Address reveal, please. Did you guys get a lot of trick-or-treaters? Because I didn't get any. And like, it made me sad. Did you guys get barely any? Okay, so it wasn't just me. Because the previous years, we always run out of candy. And for some reason, this year, we have like no kids. And you know what I found out recently? I never get any. Oh my God. I would probably dox myself by accident. I am a nitwit. I'm a nincompoop. With peace and love to myself. I had no kids. And apparently, and I learned this through my friend, our friend, Eddie, here on YouTube and on Twitch, that apparently trunk or treating became really popular this year, which is where people decorate the trunks of their cars. They all park in a parking lot, and kids just walk around the parking lot and get candy. And look, there's nothing wrong with doing that, okay? But it kind of breaks my heart. I'm like, you're just walking around a parking lot instead of like walking around the neighborhood, you know, like, it's giving come to my van, I have candy. Literally, it didn't feel like Halloween at all, Anakin. It really didn't. Prepping to kidnap kids. You've never heard about it? Yeah, it's like a really prevalent, it's something that became really prevalent this year in, I think the US, but it was really popular in California. Freezing in the cold, getting candy. Literally, as much candy as I can because it was free. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, exactly, Katie. Or they go to the mall and they trick or treat or trunk or treat, and it makes me sad. Literally, Anakin, all you do is you park your cars in the parking lot and kids just walk around the parking lot and get candy from trunk to trunk. Like, what's the fun in that? And I even saw a TikTok with people within my age range, like 25, like lower millennials, Gen Z, like the weird generation where we don't fit into either. And we were like, you know, do we have to start dressing up and going trick-or-treating again? Like, what's going on? All these poor adults that I saw on social media that were like, this was our first time passing out candy and no kids came. Or these old people that are like, we bought the jumbo-sized candy bars and no one came by. That breaks my heart. And I'm like, you know what? I will do it for them. I will be that child and I will come and get candy from you because I feel terrible. I'll give you candy, please. I feel so bad. And it broke my heart, but I guess it's something, you know, it's, and this is how you know I'm getting, not old, but I'm getting older, as we all are. And I remember I told my mom, I was like, well, times are changing. And after I send that, I was like, oh my God. And you know that next year I'll be 26, so I'm going to be closer to 30 than I am to 20. That's crazy. And so times are changing, folks. I want to be the house that gives out full-size candy bars. Literally, but like if kids aren't trick-or-treating, some lady in a nearby city was giving away 2-liter bottles. Oh, I needed to go there. You got me messed up. A giant Dr. Pepper making me older. No, it's not bad to be closer to 30. It's more so just like, you know, the idea of getting older. and seeing things around you change. Like, I'm at an age now where I can start to recognize that, and it's kind of crazy. The day before Halloween, we usually make Halloween carnival. See, and I feel like Halloween wasn't a thing this year, and it makes me sad because that's my favorite holiday. I know it's not a holiday, but it is for me, and it makes me sad. I was even gonna buy a Barbie, like, cowgirl costume if someone held a party, but, like, none of my friends had parties this year. And I was like, doggumit, I can't even go dressed up as a cute little pink cowgirl. And the one year that my leg is finally good. Judd, hello, how are you doing? There was some neighborhood nearby, they're all rich people, so there was whole candy displays. It's no fun anymore, Neeners, it sucks. But I didn't think it'd make it this far. But it's all borrowed time, stop it! It's very borrowed time though, it is. You know, that's why you gotta YOLO every day. Just kidding, don't do that. YOLO with caution. YOLOR. But now I want to get into the topic of Sniper Wolf and Jax films because I want to talk about this. It's been driving me crazy. Casual clubbing clothes, please. And so here we go. We gonna talk about this because it's been driving me mad. So, my new fave thing. You're welcome. So, for those of you who do not know or do not follow, there was a big fiasco, which started on October 13th, but we're gonna predate that a little bit to kind of explain things. So, yes, it's insane, Anakin, and I want to talk about that because it drives me crazy. So, on October 26th of 2022, a YouTube creator by the name of Jax Films, who I'm sure a lot of us know, he's been very popular in this space for a long time, created a Sniper Wolf mock channel called Jax Films. Jax Films. And it currently stands at 489,000 subscribers. It has over 10 million views. The channel motive was essentially to illustrate the ridiculous and illegal, quite frankly, nature of Sniper Wolf's videos. And the other channel that he has is Jax Films on both YouTube and Twitch, but he's really been focusing his uploads on Jax Films channel. Sniper Wolf. So Sniper Wolf started her channel, her main channel that we're talking about. She shouldn't have. She started her channel January 24th, 2013 with her then husband at the time. They were working on it collaboratively, 50-50. He actually helped make most of the gameplay for her. And so she uploaded her first video. Her current standings are she has over 5 million Instagram followers and 34.1 million people on YouTube subscribed to her. And her channel motive to start out was kind of YouTube gaming, so a lot of Call of Duty and games like that, but then it kind of moved towards unfunny sketches such as Omegle and talking with teens on there, which we're going to get into. And now it's progressed into reaction videos, but there's a giant lack of reaction and constructive criticism, which is necessary when uploading reaction videos under YouTube's terms and conditions. Interesting. There's some things you're old, Santa Claus. Free candy's one of them. Exactly, Judd. You get it. TBH, I've never liked Sniper Wolf. Me neither. I never found her entertaining. It's never okay. Ever. And so he made the channel based on that. And she does have other channels. There's a channel, Sniper Wolf on Twitch. There's a channel, Little Leah. And then this channel, which I want you to remember because it's important, is Sniper Wolf Top Videos, is her third channel, which she like uploads clips and things. We'll get into that. So October 13th, 2023, basically, if I can be frank, shit goes down. Sniper Wolf, and mind you, I'm gonna link this person after because this is where I've been getting a lot of my info. There's this YouTuber I watch called 𝐜𝐤𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐿𝐴. Love him. He's been keeping me very... Oh my God, my dog. Give me a minute. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Doxing, what is that? Essentially, Judd, it's when you share a photo of someone's house or share someone's address or their full name or any personal info to the public or to people you know without their permission. And we're going to get into what Sniper Wolf did, and then you're going to understand why it's wrong. Unless it's wanted person. Rig. The Skibbity Toilet channel is getting close to beating Sniper Wolf. Good. But essentially, on October 13th, 2023, Sniper Wolf showed up to Jax Film's home because, mind you, he's been making videos about her, and it's not in a bullying manner. It's more so light mockery and education, because what he does that she doesn't is she'll react to hundreds of videos and never once credit the original uploader, whereas Jax Films does. Why am I getting so many horses today? What the hell's going on? Is this a sign I need to do a farm island? What's happening? But Sniper Wolf shows up to his home at night, Jax Film's home. She then asks her fans on Instagram if she should talk to him. And then she follows that up by sharing a photo of the outside of his home with his address and the type of car that he drives and the way that his house looks and the exact to the point address where she was. All of it. When he and his wife are in this house, and at this time, what Jax Films was doing is he was on Twitch playing with his friends. And so his friends are like looking at her Instagram and are like, dude, this is happening. She's outside your house. You know, you need to tell your wife you're in danger. Call the police. And he was like, it's okay. It's fine. She hasn't shown my photo. Because at this point, he just saw the Instagram story with her face. But then she shares his home. And that's when he starts freaking out. Justifiably so, because she has 5 million Instagram followers and 34 on YouTube. And they're mostly kids and teens. And they're loyal to a fault. And you do not know what these people are capable of. He's trying to make sure the OG creator gets credit. Exactly. Lacey by Olivia? It is. It's an Olivia playlist by Demon Gummies, Lauren. That's not okay? It's not. Sniper Wolf literally went and knocked on the door and said hi. She tried to get in. She was knocking on the door. She even left DoorDash on their step. She's crazy. Let's talk like adults. Childish. Yep. Girl, I freak out. Someone shows up to my house regardless. How does she know where he lives? Well, that's the thing. She actually told her fans, like, well, if you just Google it by doing this, you can find it. So she also taught people how to look up his address and potentially continue to dox him, which is what they were doing on Twitter. Because, mind you, her fans were running to her defense like wildfire. It was crazy. And so he, after the reacting to it on Twitch, he ran to Twitter. And he started oh my God, I just kicked her out. He started sharing with the public that she had just doxed him. He started adding YouTube and, you know, asking them that they need to take immediate action and demonetize her and get her off the platform, because it is within YouTube's terms and services, despite what we're going to get into, that anything that can cause immediate harm to a fellow creator is an immediate ban. But then Leah, that's Sniper Wolf's name, she jumps back and she's like, well, this is defamation. Which I'm convinced this woman is stupid, and the silicone that's in her ass and her titties is probably on her brain as well. Defamation is when people are accusing you of things that aren't true. He's accusing you of something that you shared with the public. Listen, I'm gonna go in, okay? I'm upset. This makes me angry. And you know, it's like he's accusing you of something that you actually did. You shared photos of it. It's not defamation, and clearly you know that you did dox him and you were wrong because you deleted the Instagram stories as soon as you put them up. She tried to make him the creep, exactly. And she claims that she had no idea how to dox, yet she deleted the stories, so clearly she knows what she did. So Jack and his wife, they continue to run to YouTube on Twitter, and they're asking them to deplatform her and take action as per their rules. And I have notes here, y'all. It's also illegal per California's Penal Code 653.2 to dox people. So it's actually illegal under California law. And so she didn't just go against YouTube rules, she committed a crime. Full stop. Ew. She's been doxxed before too. Yep. You know what it's like? Exactly. And so she did something criminal, and this isn't her first time, y'all, because people started digging in and people found old mugshots of Sniper Wolf where she actually got arrested for armed violent robbery, for assault, for theft. So this woman isn't new to crime. She's a woman capable of being criminal. Yes, Lauren, exactly. Unfortunately, not illegal in every state. In California, it is. So she's stupid. Even if the genders were reversed, literally, it doesn't matter who did it. It's wrong. It was aggravated assault, yes. It was aggravated assault and then armed violent robbery and like theft. There was 3. And so she's not unknown to this. And YouTube remains silent, I think, on this topic, because mind you, YouTube kept tweeting, but they were silent on this incident for at least 5 days. I think it was like 3 to 5 days that they weren't talking, and people were pushing hard from every single angle to get them to speak up, and they were just very adamant that they weren't going to. And the thing is, and she's a cash cow, okay? She has 34 million people. She gets a lot of AdSense, which means YouTube makes a lot of money. Of course, they were going to remain silent because they've also been actively promoting her up to this point. But they stopped doing that because news articles as big as the New York Times and Insider and, MSNBC, oh my God, go jump in the log of fire, Al. I'm so sick of you. I hate that damn gorilla. I hate him. I needed a minute. But anyways, I hate him. Anyways, so then October 14th to the 15th, a lot of old videos start resurfacing, and Leah's response thus far also comes to light. The videos that start resurfacing, which I mentioned earlier, are the Omegle conversations that Sniper Wolf was having with teens while she was an adult. So it was things like her asking minors, I need to get more tickets. Her asking minors to do explicit dance moves to show their body in explicit ways, and in exchange she would show hers. And the title of one of the videos, which you can look up because it's been re-uploaded, and I'm gonna share it because I don't give a damn. The name was Mom Caught the Kids Twerking Funny Omegle Moments, and it was uploaded over a decade ago, and it sat at 2.3 million views. So a lot of kids were watching this and thinking, oh, this is okay because then Sniper Wolf will show me her boobs. That's what she was promising to these children. That's the first video, and it involved a group of boys. Then October 17th, more videos started to resurface as she was trying to delete them. And then her sister also got involved. So her sister started defending Sniper Wolf on Twitter, accusing Jack of being a creep and being afraid of Sniper Wolf, telling people to suck her nuts. I don't mean to laugh. Encouraging people to Google Jack's address, making implications that she and Leah wanted to fight him. Dumb and Dumber, yeah. And Leah, Sniper Wolf, actually posts her and her sister to her IG stories, them walking, and says, "We show up to your house, what are you doing?" Essentially making light of the situation. And because of this, people actually uploaded another old Omegle video, which she deleted, which involved more videos of her asking kids to do suggestive things for like chest photos. Kids with a 20-something-year-old, okay? Then the following day, on the 18th, more videos start to come out where she's claiming, Sniper Wolf is claiming that this person was an AI or an adult pretending to act as a teen. Even if that was the case, this behavior shouldn't have been appropriate regardless. And what she does is that she asks the girl to show her area, and then Sniper Wolf will show hers. And the girl shows it, and then Sniper Wolf says, well, because you're not real, you're an adult. And she hangs up on the Omegle call and starts laughing. What if that person isn't an adult? What if, because to me, they looked young. They didn't look like some 20, 30-year-old like she was claiming. They looked their age. It's like she was trying to save face, in my opinion. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly. Don't come after me, nobody. She does bring. She sucks. And then YouTube, mind you, YouTube was monetizing all this content. They were monetizing it, which is crazy. And so then on October 19th, YouTube starts tweeting really untimely things, and it's probably interns who were stupid and probably ended up getting fired. But they tweeted out, and I'm not kidding, would it be too meta to do a reaction video to a reaction video? Moment of silence for the brain cells that that intern lacks. Why would you delete a decade-old video? Exactly. The excuse doesn't work with the judge. Was hungry. She was hungry for something illegal. Bitch. Not you, Rig, her. Saving face, she was. She's not seen to catch a predator. I know. Chris Hansen, I need you immediately. Promptly. And so they tweeted that out. And it blew up because people were like, oh, so you're going to talk about reaction videos, but you're not going to talk about this illegal thing that happened. Kiss my ass. And at this point, I feel terrible, but Jax Films has completely stopped tweeting. He also hasn't uploaded since. I can't imagine how heartbroken he is to think that a platform he's given so much of his time to is treating him like garbage. Oh my God. No. No, I love Genji. You stop. You stop it. I love him so much. Oh my God, I love him so much. Stop. No, but I have to go with my castle theme. I have to stick to it. I have to stick to it. I have to. I have to. For Pemberley. How unsafe I feel? Yeah. You're coming home with me. I can't take him. He uploaded a video recently. Okay, I'll have to go and watch it. I haven't been caught up. But someone on Twitter, their name was the Real Sully G, talked to YouTube support, and this is still on the day that YouTube sent out this tweet, October 19th, and they were talking with the Google representative, and they alleged that YouTube is now actively changing their policy to work around Sniper Wolf, because the Google representative basically came back and said that their terms of service no longer apply to incidents outside of YouTube, which is a bunch of bull, because if y'all are following the woman who runs the channel, like Family of 9 or whatever her name was, that incident was outside of YouTube, yet her channel has been deplatformed. Or other people like Onision, who got demonetized for what he was doing, that was outside of YouTube. There's plenty of people who were doing things outside of YouTube who've been demonetized, who've been banned. But because this one is your cash cow, that's not going to apply. You know what I mean? And so that was stupid. Is on their knees for Sniper Wolf. They truly are. And so on October 20th, and this is where people get really pissed off, YouTube comes forward with Sniper Wolf at the same time, so this makes me think they were probably talking behind the scenes, to issue a quote-unquote apology. And I have Sniper Wolf's apology right here, and I'm gonna read it word for word, and then I'm gonna read what the Twitter, because now on Twitter what they do, they have notes beneath the tweets that people tweet out. So if your tweet contains any lies or bullshit, they address that beneath in notes. It was really ChatGPT, and we're gonna read it off right now. So this is Sniper Wolf's apology. Let me clear my throat. Okay. So her apology was this. Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jack's Films, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jack, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I'm sorry for reacting the way that I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adult and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately, not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. And then the Twitter note says this. Sniper Wolf posted this apology shortly after YouTube announced that they have punished her for her actions. Even though the situation is already a week as old as this apology, she also mocked in an Instagram story shortly after the situation happened. So Twitter themselves dragged her. Twitter themselves started dragging her. But this is the YouTube tweet. She's a professional at using AI. She is. The punishment YouTube gave wasn't even a slap on the wrist. It's more of a, hey, don't do that. It is. I got chicken. I need to get lunch after this. I'm trying to figure out. TLDR, I'm sorry I got caught. Exactly. And so YouTube's tweet in punishment was this. Confirming, who's here? Oh, it's her. She's so cute. Confirming Sniper Wolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk, harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't something we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. And then the Twitter note says this. At the time of the tweet, Sniper Wolf's channel is not demonetized. Only her recent videos are. Using plugins, you can see this for yourself. Which was true. Only her most recent videos dating from October 13th up were demonetized, but everything else was still running AdSense. Which is crazy. Dog is a victim? I know. Someone take that dog. And so that after that was Twitter like called them out on that. Then they started demonetizing her actual like full channel. But remember the channel I mentioned before, Sniper Wolf Top Videos, that was not demonetized at the time. And she was re-uploading content to that channel, meaning she was still getting money off of a criminal act, which is also against YouTube policies. And I have that policy here word for word, so I'm gonna read it. The YouTube policy says, if any of your channels have been demonetized or terminated, you should not create new or use existing channels to get around these restrictions or apply to YouTube partnership program with related channels during your suspension period. Doing so could lead to a permanent termination of all your channels. I did my research, y'all. I was like, what the hell is this? You did so much work. Thank you. I also have to give a lot again, and I'm going to link him below. 𝐜𝐤𝐬𝐬, love him. He dug so deep in this, and then I kind of backpedaled off of some of that. Love his channel. Love Alex. Been following him for years. They also didn't demonetize her new uploads, yeah, until people started noticing. Then they started doing it. And so October 26th, and now we're going to jump back again, okay? Because you know how I mentioned she was running her channel with her husband at the time, her ex-husband now? He cheated on her, which scum, but something else that's scum of her. So, damn it. I'm trying to make this stuff disappear. Stop. Okay, there we go. October 26, 2020. Sniper Wolf files till she's monetized. Yeah, she's gonna get it back. But October 26, 2020. So a few years ago. Sniper Wolf, Leah, that bitch. She files for divorce from her ex-husband. And people were saying it was essentially like a race to file for divorce. Like they were literally running to the courtroom to see who could file first. Thankfully, he filed first before she did. And he actually is alleging that he is owed 50% of her main channel and full ownership of her second channel, which is the Sniper Wolf Top videos, because he helped actually make this from the ground up. And there was contracts at that time they had together that it was half his. And so this divorce, as this is happening, there's a separate lawsuit that no one's talking about, which I found out through 𝐜𝐬𝐬𝐿, that her ex-husband is also suing her for custody of her channel, which I believe he's gonna win. I didn't think he would at the time. I pushed the wrong button. But he's gonna win now because, mind you, she was trying to claim that he was being vindictive and evil. But she claimed this before she went and doxed Jack's films. And because she was using outside evidence to claim that he was vindictive, guess what outside evidence he can now use against Sniper Wolf in this lawsuit? Her doxing somebody. And so I am very, very much under the impression that Sniper Wolf is going to lose all of her channels. She is desperate to push out content because she knows that she's going to lose full ownership and it's going to go to her ex-husband, which it rightfully should because it is his and she stole it and ran with it. But she could have had a chance had she not done a stupid decision to go and dox somebody, because now he has evidence to prove that she is unreasonable, she is unresponsible or irresponsible, can I speak English? And he has every right to run the channel. She's so stupid. Yet you have the gall to call this man. What did I do? Oh no, did I hit go to work? No! Oh my God, that's loud. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scream. I didn't want to come to work. Doggummet. I'm so invested that I didn't even pay attention. Oh my God. I'm going home. I'm not following you, Nico. I'm going home. God damn it. I didn't want to do this. I'm such a nitwit. I'm not even paying attention. But essentially, he's countersuing. And he actually, so there's a larger conglomerate that owns all of Sniper Wolf's channels. I forget what it's called, but it's a bigger conglomerate and he owns that conglomerate, but she's claiming that she owns the channels. But if he owns the conglomerate, then he owns everything that's within that bigger body. Oh my God, look at him. He's so... No, stop. I don't want to be here. I want to go home. Take me home. No! 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 What if I just exit out? I'm not dealing with this. I can't do this. You can't hold me hostage. You can't do this to me. Me and any social gathering, literally, I want to leave. But basically, where this all stands is this. Sniper Wolf got a slap on the wrist, or basically, like Anakin said, hey, don't do that again. But she's gonna get a slap to the face in court when she loses all of her channels to her ex-husband. Jack, he obviously, now I know he's uploaded. At the time I wrote this, he hadn't uploaded and it had been days and I felt terrible. But my 2 cents basically at the end of the day is F YouTube. Even though I'm on here, y'all need to get it together. Somebody. F the higher ups at YouTube. F Sniper Wolf. And love only to Jack and his wife. And I hope they're doing okay and I hope they're safe. And my heart goes out to them because I cannot imagine how terrible they feel. To know that this platform you've given so much of your time to basically said, but we don't really care about you. Or, but you're not really important. So I hope they're okay. Do you think the plot autofilled? Because I skipped. He posted 2 days ago? Okay, I'll have to go and watch it. Do you think it autofilled? It didn't. Hi, Sherp. Hi, Bippy. Oh no, are you crying? Don't cry. He's so cute. I love Sherb so much. I think he's one of like my top 5. He's just so cute. I love him so much. My little Sherby Werby. But that's the whole sniper wolf situation. I know it was a lot. So I apologize if that was hard to follow. But yeah, that's kind of what's been happening. And there's been a million other things happening that I want to talk about. Like the next stream, we're going to be talking about, I think, Will and Jada, because I just need to talk about them and how everything I learn about them is against my will. And I'm so sick of it. Well, against my will, no pun intended. The only thing I will say from that situation, before, I don't want to get into it because I want to save that for next time. I do feel bad for their kids. Because I feel like their kids have to be a little bit messed up to live in a house with people like that. You know, with such broken of a marriage that just is trying so hard to push itself to a brink that it's never going to reach. And so I feel bad for them. But I do not feel bad for Will and Jada. I will say, though, the one thing I'm going to talk about, I'm sorry, but the way that Will Smith went up and slapped Chris Rock over a woman that wasn't even his wife anymore, I'm sorry? Are you okay? Like, you just ruined your reputation, basically blacklisted yourself from films for a woman who not only doesn't respect you, but is not your wife. It does put it in a different light, and it makes Chris Rock look so much better than he should be. She broke him. She really did, and it sucks, and it's something that I'm going to talk about. But for now, the one other thing I wanted to talk about, obviously, a little bit sad, but, you know, the passing of Matthew Perry. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still really hurt. Like, it sucks that he had to pass away at such a young age. He's my mom's age. And it was so unexpected because he was getting so much better. And it broke my heart. And I hope that his family's doing all right, but also that the cast is doing okay, because I cannot imagine the heartbreak that they feel. And I saw photos of the funeral, which, first of all, can people just leave them alone and let them mourn? But when I saw the 5 of them standing there, and it wasn't 6, I was like, damn, this hurts. I was like, this sucks. Ew. And so that happened, and obviously rest in peace to him. He never got to have the dreams he wanted, but I hope that he's resting and he's in a better place. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, on a very different note, one thing, Attack on Titan finished yesterday. When I tell you I'm not okay, I've been watching that show since I was like 14 years old, 15. And it ended. It ended. And I'm a manga reader, mind you, so I already know what happens in it. And I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm sure some people haven't seen it who are watching this now or are going to watch this later. But it sucks. I'm like, damn. But my boy Levi, you know, he looked good the whole time. My husband, he stayed looking good even with 2 fingers and a broken leg. My boy stayed looking fresh. And so, but it broke my heart and I loved it. The salute. And it was, I thought it was a good ending. I thought it was realistic. I knew people were going to be butthurt just like when the manga ended, but tough-ish. It's war. It's not always going to be happy, you know. It is what it is. It's like, this isn't a Shonen Jump, you know, this is an anime about war. You know, it's gonna be realistic, and I thought it was great. But on a different talk, because it's been time now, so I'm gonna talk about it. Five Nights at, and let me not sing. That's where I wanna be, Five Nights at Freddy. Who here watched Five Nights at Freddy's? If I may ask. Por favor. Because not I. Okay, I still haven't. I'm so sad. Okay, then I won't spoil it, but I will say, as someone who's very deeply involved, you watched it yesterday. What did you think? sorry, I get so excited. I don't want to. You could spoil it. Okay. I mean, to be fair, if you play the games, you know what's gonna happen. But basically, the lore of the movie doesn't follow the lore of the games, which honestly kind of made me sad. Because you know what, as someone who really followed the games for a long time, since Jacksepticeye, since Corey, Markiplier, I was like, I really wanted this to follow the game lore. Now, as someone who is a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. I'd give it like an 8 because, again, the little lore differences for me were a big deal. I thought the ending was kind of rushed, which I won't get into what it is, but it introduced a character and then killed them off very quickly. And I was like, you know, I needed there to be more build-up. I needed there to be more momentum for this person, and there wasn't really any. And I gotta go help my mom, so spoil your heart out. Okay, bye, Lauren. And I watched some of the MatPat's lore. Exactly. Bye, Name Twin. It felt very rushed. And on top of that, Josh Hutcherson, he plays a character named Mike Schmidt, which if you play the games, you know that Mike Schmidt is actually a fake name for Michael Afton, who is the son of William Afton, who is Springtrap. And mind you, again, Springtrap only comes up for like 5 minutes at the end of the movie. It made me very upset. I wanted him to be more there throughout. But they changed the story, and the security guard Vanessa from the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach, they make her William Afton's daughter, and they don't make Michael Afton his son. Which for me, I'm like, I'm sorry, but that really screws up the lore of every other game, because now what are you going to do if Michael Afton isn't his son? And maybe he is, because at the beginning of the movie, they have this thing called dream theory, where your memories are erased, so maybe Michael was made to forget. But they really should have built on that more so that if that is the case and it goes into the next movie, it makes sense. Because now it's like, well, that's going to be a bit of a jump. You know what I mean? Exactly, Briggs. I was like, and it was not well paced. And again, I did enjoy it as a fan. From a fan standpoint, I was like, oh my God, the robots look great. The deaths are cool. There was a death, y'all, where Freddy, he bit a girl in half. She was like looking into the mouth of Freddy, and he pulled her in and chomped her in half. I love that. I was like, you know what? This is what I came for. This is what I wanted. I was like, this is what I wanted to see. I want to see this violence. I need it. It would be funny if Springtrap was the main focus. That would be good. Hot, please. Do you think they did that so they can reveal? Maybe. Was supposed to be from 2000. It was allegedly. Is that the Bite of AB7 lit X apparently? Bite me, Freddy, please. I know. I asked Brooke because Brooke isn't here, and it's not outing her because she's told me, but she loves Bonnie, the robot, obviously, the robot look of Bonnie. And I told her, how'd you feel when you saw Bonnie? And she's like, oh, you know, that's my boy. And I was like, oh my God, she loves Bonnie. It would have been better if they made it 16. Yes, because it could have been so much more violent, like the comics and like the books and the games. I was like, dadgummit, you had to cater it toward the children. But the lore was very different. Let me tell y'all though. Okay, real talk. Josh Hutcherson had me acting up. The John Hutcherson Renaissance. I've been on this boy, y'all, since Hunger Games. So when I tell you certain parts of this movie, ooh! And then even Matthew Lillard too, ooh! That's my Scooby snack right there. Sorry, I'm banging my controller on the table. I was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to focus? The whole time he's talking, I'm like, I'm not even hearing what you're saying. I can't even pay attention right now. He's my white boy of the year. That's my white boy of the year. I love him so much. He's only 31 too, so like, if I catch you in LA on Hollywood Boulevard, Josh Hutcherson, just kidding. I sound like a psycho. He could throw me off a roof and I would say thank you. He would have bite him like Freddy did. Very much. Very much. But the cast was great. And also, you guys, oh my god, I have to talk about this as a fan. Okay. 2 YouTubers were in it. Obviously, we knew 𝐜𝐤𝐞𝐝 was going to be in it, and he said his signature, oh my goodness line. It was great. I loved it. Who I didn't expect because this liar said he wasn't going to be in it. Matt Pat was in it. Matt Pat was in Five Nights at Freddy's. He was working at the diner, and everyone else didn't react until like his face was close up. But as soon as I heard him say, welcome to, what was the name of it? The restaurant. As soon as I heard his voice, I was like, oh my god, me and my brother grabbed each other and we're like, that's Matt Pat. We started freaking out, especially because he also said his signature line. And he was like, well, it's just a theory. And my brother and I were like, we're going to pass out. This is where I faint. And I don't see the Sparkies. Yes. He was like, welcome to Sparkies, home of the this and this. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh my god. I was jumping out my seat. I was leaping out my seat. I was like, holy crap. This is Matt Pat. Are you kidding me? And then a sneak peek also is they had a bunch of other YouTubers on a wall, and so a lot of people were in it, and I was like, this is really cool. Was Markiplier in it? Okay, fun fact, Markiplier was supposed to be in it, but he couldn't be in it because at the time he was making his own movie called Iron Fist, is it? I think. And so he couldn't make it, but he was actually going to be the security guard who dies at the beginning. So he was going to play the security guard, but he couldn't be in the film. But he was supposed to. So I'm thinking for the second one, they're probably going to make him the telephone man. I think, but I don't know. But the other few things I want to talk about. One, and I'm glad I missed this part because I'm sorry. I understand there's children in the animatronics, but the children are supposed to be corrupt by Springtrap. They're not supposed to have a mind of their own at all. Tell me why when I went to the bathroom, I missed a scene where Abby, who is Michael Schmidt, allegedly, his little sister in the film. Tell me why they made a fort with the animatronics. I didn't see it until TikTok because I went to the bathroom during that whole scene, and so I missed it. I came back and I missed it. And then I saw it on TikTok and I'm like, wait, is this a scene that I missed because I went to the bathroom? And Abby made a fort with the animatronics because I guess at this time they were trying to lure her in and make them comfortable to make them think they were monsters. But then it's weird because in the scene before that, they're killing people. And so you know what would have been better is if they had made them make a fort and then in that scene, they kill the people who come in to rob the pizzeria. And then if that's where they realize that they're monsters, it felt like very choppy. In a way, I was confused as well. Apparently they were only possessed at times. Yeah, and see, that's the thing that didn't make sense because the whole time Springtrap is supposed to be possessing them. And then at some point is when Puppet comes in and she starts helping to free the kids, who's Elizabeth, who is supposed to be like William Afton's, I think his daughter, or it could be a girl that he just kidnapped. But that is one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if people noticed, but the puppet was actually in the FNAF movie. If you raise the resolution and the brightness when they first show Chica, she's there. And then if you raise the brightness again in another scene, there's a tall shadow standing with a white head and white eyes. That's Puppet. And at the end of the movie, they actually played Puppet's lullaby. And they played a message that said, come find me. And it's Puppet. That made me excited. That made me hype. Because I was like, that's my favorite animatronic. She's a baddie. She knows she's a 10. I love her. And that made me kind of hype again for the whole movie. Can I get a good villager? Please. I'm going to do one more villager. And then I'll probably have to hop off because I do have to eat. But I'd give the movie like an 8 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5. But why are you running my computer for viruses right now? Please. Not the time. Thank you for the like command, Katie. I appreciate it. So I enjoyed it from a fan standpoint, but from a movie standpoint, I can understand why the critics gave it a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience, I think, gave it a 90 something, and the movie's made over $250 million, which great for them. Honestly, I'm very happy because they only dropped, I think, like 20 million on production. But as a deep, deep fan, as someone who really is into the lore and into the game, I expected different. I was surprised. I wasn't upset, but I was more like, oh, this isn't what I was thinking, but I guess that's okay. You know, I expected a little bit different in terms of the lore and everything, but as long as they keep Josh Hutcherson, I'll be sat. I'll be seated. I'll be front row. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And I will say I don't know if there's any other movies coming out. I'm a big moviegoer person. I actually have AMC stubs. I paid like $15 middle of the year to get like $5 every $25 purchased and like things like that. And so I go to the movies a lot, but this year I'm not feeling a lot of the movies. Even like Marvel movies, I'm not super excited for. That's Avery, I think. I'm gonna go a day forward and we're gonna see who we get. And so I'm just kind of like, I'm waiting on a movie that's gonna move me to come out. I'm waiting on the next Spider-Man animated film. I heard they pushed it back again because of animation things and they want to give animators more time, which I appreciate. But you know, I don't know if there's any other big movies coming out. The last two movies I saw were Barbie and Five Nights at Freddy's, which are very different movies. But there's nothing else that I'm like, I really need to go and see that. Also, for all my Marvel fans, I don't know if you guys have been following, but apparently they're going to bring back a lot of the dead characters, and I just take that as a sign of desperation. Like, they've run out of things to do, so they need to bring back all the old cast to, like, push people in, which is really dumb, but also I will be there. I will be sat. If it's Iron Man, if it's RDJ, you think I'm not going to be sitting? Are you kidding me? I will be sitting front freaking row. I feel like this is the post-pandemic movie, lol. It is! To set them free, I know. But it kind of sucks because I'm like, where are all the good movies? I'm really sad. Next year, though, you guys, Sonic 3. Call me a nerd, I don't care, but Shadow's gonna be in it, and if I don't see Shadow shooting people, if I don't see him with the blinky, I'm gonna be upset. Oh my god. Who just slammed a door? I'm sorry if you guys heard that. Who was voicing him? I don't know. Me personally, I think the person who should be voicing him is the very first voice actor for Shadow, because I'm gonna keep it real, this newest voice actor, I don't like it. It's like he's trying to be emo. He's someone who's trying to be emo who's not supposed to be, whereas the old voice actor, he just sounds good. It was like natural, deep voice, you know what I mean? I need a Knuckles 2.0 situation. I do love Idris Elba for Knuckles. He did a great job. He killed it. So that I loved. But for Shadow, I need it to be right. Like, you can't mess it up. You just can't. Same for Amy. Like, I'm very picky. Call me nostalgic. I don't care, but I'm like, I'm very picky. The voice actor for Tails, though, did an excellent job. They always kill it with him. But that movie's coming out, so I'm excited. Obviously, the Spider-Man movie's coming out. I don't know what other movies are coming out, though. I haven't really been following. The Marvel movies, the last one I went to go see was the Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever film, because Black Panther was my favorite hero out of all the Avengers. I don't know if why aren't you autofilling? Okay, I don't have your time. We're just gonna leave villager hunting for another day. That's okay. But, you know, I'm very much in a movie lull, as you said, Neeners. And so it kind of stinks. Oh, she's gonna make me build the shop. Okay. Well, there we go. Let's just pick an area for the shop, and then I'll probably end stream. Which I appreciate all of you guys coming in and being patient as as a nincompoop, figure out what was happening with my stuff. Ryan Gosling, Fall Guy. Oh, I've heard that people enjoyed that movie, though. Did it already come out, or is it coming out? Ryan Gosling, you know, I have to stan. I love Ryan Gosling, so I will always be there for his movies, even if they're kind of bad. I will be sitting. Okay, let's build the shop right here. Let's do that. You make me miss streaming. Thank you, Briggs. I appreciate it. I miss streaming as well, but you know, I do want to say month of November I'm going to attempt to be stream heavy, because December, like I mentioned, December through February, I'm going to be so busy with work. I'm moving from a 4-day week schedule to a 5. So I'm going to be very busy. And so I was like, I need to get this out now and push streams before I get busy. But I do appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate it very much. And I am going to try to be back Tuesday, if not Wednesday next week, because I am off and I'm excited. So, but you guys take care of yourselves, please. I will just let you go wherever you want. Feel free to go wherever you want. And thank you to everyone who came in, anyone who will be watching this later. Hi, Ghost. I'm just ending. I'm sorry. But thank you to everyone who... It's okay, Ghost. So thank you to everyone. Thank you, Briggs. You guys are sweet. Thank you. Thank you all to anyone who's been supporting me. I appreciate it. And who was patient through my absence. And I will be back Wednesday, perhaps. I will let y'all know how it goes. But have a good rest of your day. Go wherever you'd like. And take care. Bye.